Hi, good evening. Welcome to the Lifestyle Lecture with me, Rob. Tonight, we're going to be talking a bit about aerobic training and anaerobic training. So grab yourself a drink of water, tune in. Here's a quick 10-minute natter for you, just to try and build it up. So obviously we're coming into September. We've got a lot of people now starting to look at Facebook, look at their photos of various things that they've done over the summer and thought, maybe I need to do something about that weight or my body or my size or whatever, my physique or whatever I'm going to be doing. Okay, so that brings us on to what kind of training you're going to do. So an awful lot of benefits of doing some strength training, doing some cardiovascular training and doing some anaerobic training. But what do they all mean? So anaerobic training is training without the use of oxygen. So high intensity interval training where you're using up the glycogen at the muscles nice and quick. So glycogen is the free ready muscle energy that's going to get used up in training. Aerobic training is using oxygen, and we tend to find this in about our 55 to 70% max heart rate training zones. And that's where we're going to be finding we're going to be burning quite a lot of our fat stores around of our body. And then we've got our strength training where we're going to be building up the strength of our muscles. And the idea of that is it increases the mitochondrial build, which is the mitochondria, the muscle powerhouses of our body. And we're trying to increase the number of those in our body and the effectiveness of it. The reason behind that is the more power that they can your body can generate, obviously the more fuel it's going to use, the more efficient you become as a human being. But of course, there's how much more calories can you burn. So let's have a look at some of these and give you some benefits of what we're trying to do and just trying to get you going. So aerobic training could be the thing for you. Maybe you've got slow twitch muscle fibers. What does that mean? That means muscles that twitch slower. You might be really good at running a long distance marathon, for example. Okay, our anaerobic guys are going to have quite a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers that connect really, really quickly, give you a quick power movement. So big, strong power lifters, for example, or sprinters, those type of things. So let's have a look at aerobic power. You might be the person that likes to go for a nice long walk, go for a nice long jog or a run. But what's it going to do? What's it going to benefit you? How is it going to help you? Well, first of all, we're going to improve the cardiovascular aspect of our body. Cardiovascular, the cardiac aspect, our heart, our most important muscle in our body. We need to get training. We need to get working. So the myocardium, the muscle around the heart, getting nice and strong. So what does that do? Well, of course, that's going to reduce the risk of you getting things like heart disease if you work it in tandem with a good diet. It's also going to mean that every time that your heart contracts, it's going to be stronger. It's going to be more powerful as well. Long term, that's going to have a brilliant effect on your body because the vessels of the body, our veins, our arteries, our capillaries, they all become a little bit more elastic as well because the pressure going through them obviously increases because the power of the heart improves. Correspondingly, your blood pressure will decrease, which is quite a good thing as well. So if you struggle with high blood pressure problems, this is where exercise comes into its own, especially in tandem with a good diet. We've also got some latest research out there that by increasing the amount of aerobic training you do, you increase the amount of high density lipoprotein or the good cholesterol levels in your body. So if you struggle with cholesterol levels or high levels and you've been recommended things like statins and things by your GP, and you've decided to go for the natural route of improving the nutrient in your body, the vitamin in your body, then that's great, but you need to tie it in with something else. And those things are water, sleep, and exercise. And exercise is really, really important. If you're not getting sort of like 20 minutes in each day, I highly recommend you do that. Get yourself out and moving. And you'll be forming some form of aerobic power by doing so. As a result, by doing this aerobic training as well, your body's going to be able to cope and mechanize blood sugar levels better for you. It's going to balance it a lot better as well. So we're going to have a better control of our blood sugar levels. So I highly recommend it to you, especially if you've got things like diabetes, type 1, type 2, etc. Again, tie it in with a good balanced and preferably Mediterranean style diet, increasing the amount of root vegetables into your diet as well. It will really, really help you. Okay, the other thing it will do is if you're on a weight management, either you're trying to increase your weight or decrease your weight as well, it's going to increase your likelihood of sustaining that as well. Keep your exercise regular, keep the movement in there, really, really important, okay? So if you're on a weight management course, it could be to increase your weight, it could be to decrease your weight, okay? It could be to plateau it and maintain it as well. That's where we all want to get to, is that maintenance of our BMI, our body mass index, okay? And if you don't know yours, do some quick calculations about your height and your weight, okay, and work it out, okay? There's lots of formulas out on the internet that will help you, but effectively, your weight divided by your height squared in meters will give you that BMI score. Okay, so work it out for you. The other thing about aerobic training is about what happens here. Now, what am I looking at here? This is our rib cage here and about how our lungs work in that capacity, right? Really, really important. It's about posture. It's about changes in our physique as well. This looks really, strong and comfortable in this position. This looks very westernized world, okay? So trying to increase our posture and our body as we're doing it. And the final thing that you'll find is that your heart tends to have a much better life, okay? The resting heart rate of people who regularly do exercise tends to be lower. People who regularly train aerobically as well will find they've got a resting heart rate that's going to be kind of bradycardic, i.e. a resting heart rate of 60 beats per minute or less. And if you've got that, you're in a great position with your life. So a bit of a recap. Is going to improve your cardio, trying to improve your aerobic training, okay? You'll improve your cardiovascular system, so your heart and lungs are going to work so much better, okay? You're going to decrease your risk of heart disease. You're going to lower your blood pressure. You're going to increase the high-density lipoprotein, i.e. the good cholesterol within our body. Don't forget, we need good cholesterol in our bodies, okay? It's going to help you maintain your blood sugar levels better. It's going to assist us in our weight management. It's going to improve our lung capacity and our posture, and it's going to decrease your resting heart rate. What more do you really want in your life? I mean, that's just superb about everything you need. So how can we build in the strength training with it as well? Well, think about everything you need to do in your body. Your major muscle groups tend to be in your lower body, okay? So our quads, our hamstring, our glutes, and then coming up into our backs, or like our latissimus dorsi, the big wing muscle here. Stronger we can make those, brilliant. Because the stronger you make those, the more mitochondria you get built up into our muscles, the more they contract, the more they're going to be using up energy within our system. Guess what? You're going to have an improved basal metabolic rate. As a result, what basal metabolic rate is if you stayed in bed all day and did nothing, you will burn calories. Why? Because your body's still regenerating. You're breathing, hopefully. You're sleeping, you're moving, everything. You've got little movements all over your body. They need energy to be able to do it. So the stronger you can make your body, the better. Really, really good for you. Okay, so let's have a look about anaerobic training. Okay, so anaerobic training, this is where we're training without the use of oxygen. Okay, so we're really, really powering up the body. A lot of power movements here, things like burpees, lunges, power lunges. So I just taught a half an hour HIIT training session. They're so, so good for us. Okay, so what we're looking at doing here is increasing that strength. So we're increasing our bone strength by doing it, because lots of impact onto our bones and our joints if it's done safe, relevant, and effective. Hence this ticker tape down here. Keep all the exercises relevant and safe and relevant for you to do your training. Okay, so it's going to improve that bone density. It's going to increase the synovial fluid increase into those joints, which is the shock absorber into your joints. It's going to make you better. What's all the point of all that? Well, again, we now look back to our aerobic training. Well, we get an improvement in our weight maintenance as well. Our body goes, do I want to be carrying this weight? Do I want to be training like this? And also, when you consider it as well, consider where you've done a large amount of exercise, okay? Try not to concentrate too much on your Fitbit scores. Yeah, that's a real bad area to go into, okay? It's just an estimate that's on there. So if it says, oh, you've burnt 1,200 calories, yeah, don't naturally assume that means you're going to be able to take on another 1,200 calories. Don't think of it that way, okay? They will always overestimate it. And also, by increasing your amount of calorie intake as a result of it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to gain weight, okay? So make sure that you're in the right balance of your energy there. So that's a real good tip. By working plyometric training, you've got things that are going to be safe and relevant for you, okay? So you might not go knee to floor on a lunge to be able to jump up. So keep the range of movement there that's going to be suitable for you. Because as you work more and more through anaerobic training, you're going to be working harder. You're going to work more intense in a short period of time. Got a frog in my throat. Let me drink some water. So as a result, you are going to increase your power. You're going to boost your metabolism. You're going to improve your lactic threshold. What that means is as you exercise, you release something called lactate into your body, okay, or lactic acid into your body. It's about how your body can cope with that. Now, over time, if that lactic acid gets too much, which is normally, if you're fit and active, about 90% of your maximum heart rate, if that lactic acid gets too much, your body starts to go, you're not running anymore. We're going to bring you down to a walk so we can dissipate that level down to a safe level, okay? So that's what happens. Now, that's great. The fitter you become, the more you can respond well to that. So i.e. the amount of lactate that's released in the first place, i.e. you're improving your quality of your diet, you're increasing the amount of water, etc. You're not releasing as many hydrogen atoms into that part of the bloodstream as quickly and as relevantly. So increase your fitness by doing your aerobic training, building up into your anaerobic and building up your strength. Really, really good ways of increasing your metabolism. In other words, how many calories you burn every single day. Okay, and as we get older and moving through, people get this belief in their head that actually, well, you know, my body will slow down naturally. Yeah, your body will, but only if you allow it to. And I think that's the key part here. It will decrease over time, don't get me wrong. But if you allow it to diminish and go off a cliff, that's your problem. You can change that and increase your benefit to your body. In fact, I know people that have got to their mid-70s and 80s who are fitter and stronger than they were in their 30s, yeah, because they've never achieved their levels. So can you push yourself up? Can you push through that lactic threshold? Can you go a little bit harder with your training? Keeping it safe, relevant, and effective, yeah? Keeping it relevant to you, keeping it safe to you, yeah? Get it going in that way and you'll find it. With all of these things, strength training, aerobic training, anaerobic training, you're going to find one massive improvement in your body. And that is the fight against depression. A fight against mental health problems. You're going to get more endorphin release. You're going to get more dopamine release into your body. You're going to feel better for it. And with all of this and with everyone that I train, it's exactly the same message that I get out to that. There's some people come in and they go, I want to lose 4 stone and weight. Do you? Or do you want to feel better? Do you want to feel top dollar every day when you wake up and go out in the world? Yeah, I guarantee it's the latter. You know, being overweight might not be a problem for you because of your somatotype and how you are, but guaranteed you can improve your fitness. You're going to reduce that feeling of depression in your life as well. It's going to give you more goals. It's going to give you more self-worth, more value. Yeah. It's going to make you less self-critical in a negative way, but self-critical in a positive way to help you drive forward to get better. And all of these are brilliant things in your life. So go for it. All of them are going to give you a reduction in the risk of disease, and all of them are going to help you protect your joints and make yourself fitter and stronger. So in summary, yeah, aerobic training, anaerobic training, strength training, whatever you choose, go get it done. Go for it, yeah? And some people go to me, oh, Rob, you know, I need to be smashing HIIT 5 days a week. Do you? Do you really? Maybe you do need to do it maybe once a week, you know, but maybe that Pilates class that's burning you 150 calories every half an hour, or say 300, 400 calories every hour, is doing more for your posture and your benefit of your body than doing a HIIT training session for 45 minutes, smashing your body and not being able to walk for 5 days. If you could do the Pilates for 6-7 days of the week and you're really improving the flexibility and movement of your body, well, you multiply the numbers through over the week, you could be burning sort of like 2,000 calories quite easily by doing that. Whereas your HIIT training session, it's maybe burning you 400 calories in that 45 minutes and you can't walk for 2 days, you know, or 4 days, whatever it is, you might find that you've only burnt maybe 900 calories because you've only managed to do 2 sessions. It comes down to this bottom ticker tape again. Keep it all safe, relevant, effective for you. Enjoy your training, get the most out of it, and push your limits to how you want to gain your benefits in your body. So consult a good practitioner, consult your good personal trainer, consult the guys that are going to help you with your training. So a bit of a recap on your anaerobic: increasing your bone strength and density, improvement in your joint flexibility and movement. It's going to promote your weight management. It's going to increase your body power. It's going to boost your metabolism. It's going to improve your lactate threshold. It's going to help you fight your depression. It's going to help you risk of disease to reduce. Cardiac output's going to improve. Your heart's going to feel better. You're going to protect the joints as well. Guys, there's so much information there, but I can't smash on enough about the benefits of doing regular exercise of some shape or form. And then I was listening to a podcast 2 days ago. The author was Dr. Michael Mosley, really good, interesting documentary. And it was all about vitamin D, okay? And we can all take supplementation. Of course we can. We can do 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 IU of vitamin D. Yeah, brilliant stuff, yeah? It all costs you money. And can your body react to it? Can it respond to it? Who knows? Genuinely, I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't work for you. But I guarantee the number one thing that will help you with vitamin D, number one, is get outside. Get outside, get in the fresh air. Go for a walk. Set yourself out and do a 20-minute walk out in the fresh air. People go, oh no, but I've got a slip-stop slap. Yeah, it's a good idea to slip-stop slap. But your body can take around a good 24 minutes without it if it needs to be. So don't be too petrified of, all these problems with it. Of course, monitor it, keep it safe, relevant, effective for you. Keep within your guidelines for your body as well. But get outside and get the fresh air. Get the sunlight involved into your body as well. Feel good about it. Why? Endorphins, massive endorphin release, great dopamine release, great serotonin release, great endorphin release, all the stuff that makes you feel good. The other part of training outside, even if it's going for a walk, the great thing about it is it gives you time for your brain to switch off. It gives you time for you to hit your parasympathetic system, for you to be able to go, I don't need to keep thinking about this, I need to process it. Yeah, that parasympathetic bit. Go out, take a breath of fresh air. If you work in a high-powered job where you're getting hundreds of emails every day and you're sitting at a desk and you're doing this all day, your brain needs time to switch off. On average, between 2 to 4 hours is the most you can absorb. If you're a student, you're educating, you're working through into your exams and stuff, after 2 hours, you switch off and you go outside, do 10 minutes outside. Give that chance for that brain to process, so you can understand what you've just been reading. You get 24 hours to learn it. And if it's not embedded, you may as well pick up the book the next day and start again. That's the theory behind it. So get outside and get that fresh air and feel good about yourself. So loads of information there for you tonight. I hope that was useful for you. Grab yourself your water. Cheers. It's been a great evening. Thank you very much for listening in to me. Hope you found that interesting. So find a training that's going to work for you. The best thing you can do is find some way of training outdoors. In my opinion, get yourself working out. That could be taking your online class on your iPad and doing it outside. Can rain or shine, stick a cover on it and do some training. Laugh at yourself getting wet. Feel yourself being happy with it as well. You're a body and an organism that's designed to get wet. That's why we have showers and stuff, But you're designed to get wet. Have a laugh with it and enjoy it and make yourself feel a bit more vulnerable to the elements of the world and everything else. Get out there and train. You'll get better results. I guarantee it. And you'll train better. You should find that you'll get that improvement. Obviously, there's some things you can't do outside. I get that. Can't really take the rowing machine out for a trip out into Dartmoor and doing your out training out there. Of course not. Obviously, boom, boom, boom. Safe, relevant, and effective for you. Keep it working. Yeah, cool. Okay, thanks for listening. Hope that was good for you. Cheers. I've been Rob. Any questions, send me a message. I'll be glad to help you out. And we'll see you next time for the next one.